Our video lesson is about fundamental trigonometric identities. So this time we will verify each identity for the given angle measure. So our goal here is to verify or prove that the given trigonometric equation is a true statement, meaning the left side and the right side of the equation should be equal. So before we proceed to that, let's have this expression na gamitin natin later. So the expression the square root of sine x is also written as sine squared x. Yan, ganyan din yan isulat. And sometimes, the square root of sine theta can be written also as sine squared theta. Kapag meron ka namang value ng theta mo or angle mo, pwede mo rin siyang isulat ng ganito. The square root of sine 30 degrees, yan, pwede mo siyang isulat din ng ganito. Sine squared of 30 degrees. Ayan. So, pag ganito, pwede mo siyang isulat ng ganito. Or kapag ganito naman, pwede mo siyang isulat ng ganito. Vice versa. And if you will observe, these expressions can be found in our Pythagorean identities. Diyan mo siya makikita. Verify each identity for the given angle measure. Problem number 1 is 1 plus cotangent square root of 30 degrees is equal to cosecant square root of 30 degrees. Para mas madali siyang sagutan, dapat may naka-ready na kayo na trigonometric table of values. In my case, meron ako dito naka-prepared. So, ayan na akin, trigonometric table of values. So, start tayo magsagot. In this case, we have now this expression. So, palitan natin siya kagaya nung ginawa natin kanina. So, 1 plus, this one can be written also as cotangent 30 degrees, tapos, squared ko siya. Is equal to, this one, pwede rin natin isulat as cosecant squared up. No? Cosecant 30 degrees. And then, i-square natin. So, 1 plus, let's look for the value of cotangent 30 degrees. Cotangent 30 degrees, this is the function, and this is 30 degrees, so therefore that is square root of 3. Square root of 3, and then squared, is equal to the value of cosecant 30 degrees. Cosecant and 30 degrees, the value is 2. And then, syempre, naka-square din siya. Let's simplify. So, 1 plus the square root of 3 is equal to 3. Equals 2 squared, we have 4. 1 plus 3, we have 4, is equal to 4. We have now a true statement. Okay, number 2, we have 1 plus tangent square root of 30 degrees equals secant square root of 30 degrees. So, ang una natin gawin is change natin si tangent at saka yung secant natin. So, we have 1 plus tangent 30 degrees and then squared natin equals secant 30 degrees and then squared natin. So, 1 plus, syempre, meron tayong value and then naka-square. Let's look for the value of tangent 30 degrees. Okay, our tangent 30 degrees, tangent, and this one is at 30 degrees. So, square root of 3 over 3. So, we have square root of 3 over 3 is equal to, ang secant 30 naman natin ay, our secant 30 degrees is 2 square root of 3 over 3. So, we have 2 square root of 3 over 3 and then squared natin. So, let's simplify. So, 1 plus so, ito ang exponent natin, di ba? Dinidistribute lang yan sa numerator and sa denominator natin. So, ibig sabihin, squared the square root of 3 and that is equal to 3. Over 3 squared, that is 9. Is equal to, this one naman, 2 squared times 3 2 squared is 4. Times 3, we have 12. And then 3 squared, we have, ito ay 12. Over 9. And simplify natin to. So let's have a denominator of 9. 9 divided by 1, that is 9, times 1, we have 9. So plus, okay, 9 divided by 9, that is 1, times 3, we have 3. Is equal to 12 nines. 9 plus 3, we have 12. And then copy the denominator, 9, is equal to 12 nines. So we have now a true statement. Problem number 3, we have sine squared of 45 degrees plus cosine squared of 45 degrees is equal to 1. So, i-write natin to at saka ito. We have sine 45 degrees. Yan, squared natin. Plus cosine 45 degrees. And then squared is equal to 1. So, let's look for the value of sine 45. So, sine 45 degrees, square root of 2 over 2. We have square root of 2 over 2. And then squared natin. Plus, let's look for the cosine 45 degrees. Cosine 45 degrees, the same lang siya. Square root of 2 over 2. We have square root of 2 over 2. And then squared is equal to 1. So, let's simplify. Okay, square root of 2 and then squared natin siya. That is 2 over 2 squared, we have 4 plus. Same lang siya. So, 2 first din yan is equal to 1. So, since similar fractions sila, so 2 plus 2, we have 4. Simply copy the same denominator, which is 4 is equal to 1. And 4 divided by 4, that is equal to 1, equals 1. We have now a true statement. Question number 4, we have cotangent 45 degrees is equal to cosine 45 degrees over sine 45 degrees. So, let's look for the value of cotangent 45 degrees. Cotangent 45, that is equal to 1. So, we have 1 equals cosine 45 degrees. Ang cosine 45 degrees is square root of 2 over 2. Square root of 2 over 2. Ayan. Over. Ang sine 45 naman natin, sine 45 is the same lang. Square root of 2 over 2. So, square root of 2 over 2. Okay, so let's simplify. So, 1 is equal to, so let's have the numerator, square root of 2 over 2. Change tayo ng operation to multiplication and change the denominator by its reciprocal. So, we have 2 over square root of 2. So, ito, that is equal to 1. This one is equal to 1. So, the final answer now is equal to 1. And we have now a true statement. Okay, in problem number 5, we have this kind of question. This kind of question, we will use the odd-even identities. So, according to odd-even identities, if we have sine negative theta is equal to, we have negative sine theta. If we have cosine of negative theta, that is equal to cosine theta. And tangent of negative theta, negative, is equal to negative tangent theta. Okay, so let's answer this problem. Since this one is tangent negative 60 degrees, pwede ko siya isulat as ganito. So we have negative tangent 60 degrees. Para positive ang kukunin ko mamaya. Is equal to, the numerator is, ang sign natin, ito siya. So negative times, we have the sign 60 degrees. And for the cosine, positive siya. So, we have cosine 60 degrees. So, we have negative times tangent 60 degrees. That is equal to tangent 60 degrees. That is square root of 3. that is square root of 3 is equal to, we have negative, our sine 60, that is, our sine 60 is square root of 3 over 2, and our cosine is 1/2. Okay, so let's have square root of 3 over 2, and cosine 60 is 1/2. Okay, so let's simplify. So this one, automatic, that becomes negative square root of 3 na. Is equal to, copy the numerator, negative square root of 3 over 2, proceed to multiplication, and get the reciprocal of your denominator. So that is 2 over 1. So pwede na itong makancel, becomes 1. Ang natira na lang is square root of negative square root of 3 and 1. So negative square root of 3 is equal to negative square root of 3. We have now a true statement.